So when we're discussing muscle on the opposite end of the spectrum of what we did for the yellow steer, we have a black steer here, and we're going to take the same procedure. Go ahead, brush his tail, let him know we're there, and then we're going to start the handling. So I put my hand right there over his loin again. Doesn't fill my hand with a whole lot of shape and expression. I run it down his top. Now my hand begins to flatten. Now, as we discussed in the yellow steer, he kept his shape all the way from his loin into behind his shoulder blade. This steer we measure right here, your hand flattens and goes more into his spine. That's a perfect indication that he's a lighter muscle steer that maybe doesn't have the shape that we desire. We step in behind and get a rear view now. We obviously see he's a narrow pin steer that's flatter in his hip and his quarter. He doesn't have the bulge to his stifle. And as we go to the ground of this steer, he's one that's obviously narrow base. He's closer at his hock. He stands a lot closer from the ground. He wants to flatten there to his quarter. He doesn't have the bulge and expression to his stifle. He's a little narrower in his pin set as well. And then he flattens to his lower quarter. And as we go to the ground of this steer, he's obviously a narrow base one. So again, compared to the yellow steer there, one that's lighter muscled, and then him for his own individual right. When we study him, we take into consideration what we handled over his top, what we see from behind. We probably deem this steer a prime candidate as one for being light muscled, flat, and narrow made.